Hi, I'm back with another very interesting video. We're going to talk about Sweden and if they're doing the right strategy. Now, if you're not familiar with what they're doing in Sweden, they actually have no lockdown, no house arrest, no quarantines. The healthcare system is not at full capacity. They have open schools, open restaurants, but they are practicing social distancing, and also they're banning groups of more than 50. Now, this is radically different than the rest of the world. And I know if you read the news, this is a very hot, controversial topic. But why do they have the lowest ICU beds of all of the Nordic countries? Take a look at their latest statistics. This is the number of deaths per day. This actually is coming down. Now, if you have other statistics that are different than this, please send me a link down below. But it does appear to be somewhat successful. I want to mention this topic of herd immunity. What is herd immunity? Basically a situation where you have enough people that are exposed to a virus, for example, some references say 60%, to build immunity against that specific pathogen. Now, this is what happens. You have these B cells. That's part of the acquired immune system where you acquire your immunity. And the B cells make these little antibodies. So you can envision the antibodies as these little handcuffs that attach to the pathogen. And they're very specific to a certain microbe, like a certain virus. When your body makes antibodies to COVID-19, for example, they will then sit there and wait until the next time you're infected, they will neutralize that specific microbe. So the theory is if you have herd immunity, you're not going to have this massive spread. People will get infected, and then they'll become immune. They make the antibodies, and then things are back to where they were. So what they try to do is avoid the second wave of infection. Because here's the thing that's happening with the rest of the world. You have a complete lockdown, right? You're not exposed to the virus. So at some point, they're going to have to lift this quarantine/lockdown situation where you can go out and go to the store, go to a restaurant. But then you're exposed to certain people that have this virus. So now we have a second wave of infection. And of course, some officials are saying it's going to be worse than the first one. So what do? Do we actually lock down again? And then we do the same thing with the third wave and the fourth wave. When does it stop? Now, I know someone in the comment section is going to say, well, we don't know if this is going to happen because potentially we could become reinfected. Yes, that's a possibility, but it's very, very unlikely. Based on all the data that's out there, this can occur. You're not going to be reinfected. What can happen with the current testing is this. It's not sophisticated enough to give you a zero value. And I don't want to really get into what they're measuring because it's really a surrogate of the virus, and that's a whole different topic. But for now, let's just say they're measuring the viral load. The current data is that it will only read negative if it's less than 3,000. So let's say, for example, you have a viral load of 2,500, for example. This is not zero. So you leave the hospital, for example, and you still have viruses that are active. If your immune system is weak, potentially this can grow and you can have a relapse. That's what's more likely happening versus you becoming reinfected. If you disagree with the strategy that they're doing in Sweden, please tell me what we should be doing. Give us a solution. Put it in the comments. Should we just keep going lockdown after the second wave, the third wave, the fourth wave? Please let us know. Thanks for watching.